Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively get yet another fake PR award from Time magazine. Hanging out together at these rich events. There he is. Oh, look at them.
It's really smart.
So therefore, she's one of the most influential people of 2025? No, not this year.
Hollywood has officially canceled Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, and the reason this time is truly shocking. On April 16th, many wondered how this power couple landed on Time's 100 most influential list. Now, the hidden truth is out. Reports claim the couple allegedly bribed their way onto the list, using one of the dirtiest tricks Hollywood has ever seen.
Last week, and everyone's like, he bought that cover, this is so corrupt, and I mean, that could be.
Reynolds and Blake Lively's recent spot on Time magazine's 100 most influential list has sparked a scandal shaking Hollywood. What seemed like a triumph quickly turned into claims of manipulation, secret deals, and questionable ethics.
You might remember, back in, April, Blake Lively got this fake award from Time 100. One of the most influential people of 2025, yeah, because she gave a donation to the NAACP back in 2000.
Blake Lively making Time magazine's 2025 list of 100 most influential people. Interesting, since her highlighted donation dates back to 2019. 4 years ago, she supported the NAACP, and now she's listed among today's movers and shakers. Philanthropy is valuable, but if past donations defined influence, Hollywood's guest lists would look very different. The real question isn't what she did then, but what was done to make it matter now.
That's how cynical it is. They are really milking the hate that Ryan Reynolds is receiving right now.
According to insiders, Blake and Ryan's place on the list wasn't a natural honor. It was said to be part of a strategic PR push. Reports claim their team spent over $1 million through firms and agencies to shape narratives, sway decisions, and secure their public status.
I forgot to say this the other day. One of the reasons I think that Time 100 put him on the cover is because they know people will talk about it. It doesn't really matter if it's negative comments or negative.
This leads to Time magazine's owner, Salesforce billionaire Mark Benioff, known for ties with Hollywood elites. Benioff has hosted exclusive gatherings with top entertainment and business figures. Photos of him alongside names like Ari Emanuel highlight a close network where influence and favors remain the true currency.
It just looks terrible that he only has like 19 friends that can say something nice about him and Maximum Effort, which was the company that he was talking a lot about, and which was the company that was one of the top 100 most influential, blah, blah, blah.
Experts note that Time magazine's lists often favor its sponsors and allies. Ryan Reynolds' company, Maximum Effort, has reportedly worked with Salesforce on marketing campaigns, raising questions about whether these ties influenced his and Blake's inclusion.
Agents, marketers, publicists, they all work together and create a plan for their talent, for their people. Great, you're gonna get this, this, and this if we go to Time. Okay, sold.
The financial stakes are huge. Forbes notes that appearing on Time's list can boost celebrity endorsement deals by nearly 30%. For Blake and Ryan, that could mean millions in brand partnerships and media opportunities. Yet, the controversy over their alleged paid inclusion threatens to undercut those gains.
People are talking. So many of those quotes from that Time 100 interview has appeared in outlets everywhere, basically.
Critics argue the list's credibility is in danger. Recent surveys show 68% of readers now doubt the authenticity of Time magazine's rankings, viewing them more as pay-to-play schemes than true measures of influence.
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively get yet another fake PR award from Time magazine, exposing a deceptively manipulative, and I'm gonna say corrupt, media organization.
The backlash has been swift. Fans and industry voices are calling out the manipulation of such a respected platform. Social media erupted with hashtags like #TimeForTransparency, demanding accountability from the magazine and the couple. Ryan and Blake's brands, built on relatability and authenticity, now face scrutiny. Trust is hard to earn and quick to lose, and the perception they bought their way onto the list could prove costly.
This is such a bad move. Yeah, he'll still get some people, but it's just now he looks so disingenuous. Anyway.
This scandal raises a key question. How often do wealth and influence shape recognition in entertainment? As the story unfolds, the line between merit and manipulation has never looked blurred.
This is what happens. These are what powerful people do.
The timing of Time magazine's spotlight couldn't have been more convenient. Baldwin's lawsuit was already casting shadows on their image. But landing on such a major platform shifted focus back to their polished personas. Ryan's inclusion in the 100 Most Influential Companies segment for Maximum Effort further supports this orchestrated narrative. Media attention moved away from allegations and onto Ryan's business skills and Blake's influence. This isn't just about reputations, it reflects the darker side of Hollywood, where power, connections, and crafted illusions dominate. While Justin Baldwin fights to clear his name, Blake and Ryan appear to have used access to silence dissent and secure their positions. It's a high-stakes chess game, and for now, integrity seems to be the piece most at risk.
The state of it then, now, in the future. How do I manipulate the future?
Here's the twist: the cracks in their strategy are starting to show. Insiders are speaking out, and journalists are pulling back the curtain. This is more than a scandal. It's a reckoning, and Hollywood is watching closely. It seems that industry isn't buying what Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are selling anymore. The polished facade is breaking, revealing resentment from insiders. For a couple whose brand rests on charm and relatability, the fallout from alleged PR tactics is heavy, with whispers now turning into open refusals.
He can claim jokes or whatever, but to pull random quotes of Justin talking about his teenage years and his growth and maturity and to try to use against him to label him a predator, which none of the quotes did, I actually applaud them for, even though they're not supposed to do it, for making the point to be like, nice try, Reynolds. You have your own quotes.
I felt like it was very aggressive, I agree, and I can't fault somebody for wanting to stick up for their partner, but there were parts of it as I was reading it, I couldn't help but feel like it was a bit petty.
Let's start with the people who've seen everything: the crew. Anonymous sources have shared unflattering stories about Lively and Reynolds behind the scenes. One crew member called Blake demanding and unapologetic, saying her refusal to admit past mistakes left a sour taste. Another insider didn't hold back, describing her as a mean girl and exhausting to work with.
It's deranged, it's nonsensical, like, fire the whole PR team, it's done.
Ryan doesn't escape criticism either. Though admired for his quick wit, some insiders say his constant PR spin is wearing thin. The polished nice guy image now feels more like a marketing strategy than genuine personality, especially to those who've worked closely with him.
It's all so deceptive to me. I'm sorry. I'm starting to see through it more and more. He's such a charmer. I've fallen for it. I believe Tim Miller and others, TJ, they all fallen for it. And he's able to throw on that charm and win them back. Everybody's coming to defend Justin. Everybody's coming out of the work.
And it's not just whispers from the crew. High-profile figures are quietly distancing themselves, while Justin Baldoni gains discreet but meaningful support. Baldoni, who has stayed calm through the storm, is reportedly backed by directors and actors who respect his integrity. Hollywood loves an underdog, and his steady demeanor is winning him allies.
Not a single damn one wants to come forward to defend these two.
And it's not just whispers from the crew. High-profile figures are quietly distancing themselves, while Justin Baldoni gains discreet but meaningful support. Baldoni, who has stayed calm through the storm, is reportedly backed by directors and actors who respect his integrity. Hollywood loves an underdog, and his steady demeanor is winning him allies.
To say I've met Cara Delevingne a few times and I really like her. She's like, you know, she's honest, she's open, she's like, what you see is what you get with her.
If Blake thought the backlash was limited to whispers, she's mistaken. The list of celebrities refusing to work with her grows daily, and they're not minor names. Ariana Grande has been clear she values authenticity. When offered a possible collaboration with Blake, Ariana reportedly declined immediately. Sources close to her cited Blake's tone-deaf advocacy as the deal-breaker. Known for fighting to stay true to her voice, Ariana isn't interested in partnering with someone she views as lacking sincerity.
So, saw this post in the Team Justin Baldoni subreddit, and this is from Billy Bush's channel here, talking about the other people that Blake Lively said will be coming forward in this.
The Queen of Effortless Cool also stepped away from a joint project with Lively. Officially, it was creative differences, but insiders suspect otherwise. Zendaya has been vocal about choosing projects that align with her principles, and Blake's calculated PR moves didn't qualify. Her quiet exit sent a loud message: ethics matter. Then came Margot Robbie, who made her disapproval clear with the modern move. The unfollow button. After the Time controversy broke, fans noticed Margot had unfollowed Blake and later criticized manipulative PR strategies that chase buzz over real talent. From someone as respected as Margot, that's a burn hard to ignore.
Anybody's talking about. Everyone's sick of it too, and people are fed up.
As Blake faces growing rejection, Justin Baldoni is quietly gaining support. Directors, producers, and actors are reportedly siding with him, refusing to work with Blake out of loyalty to his principles. It's a strong stand, showing that integrity still matters in an industry often ruled by image.
All hell broke loose. She claims he sexual harassed her, and then by the time they premiered the movie, they weren't even speaking to each other. She made him stay in the basement, and Ryan Reynolds turned on him too. And then she claimed that he unleashed a bad PR campaign against her.
While Blake faces most of the backlash, Ryan isn't escaping unscathed. Celebrities once close to him are stepping back. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who shared on-screen chemistry with Ryan, has reportedly cooled their professional ties. Even Emma Stone declined an endorsement linked to Ryan's company, citing her commitment to authenticity. The message is clear: Hollywood may run on PR and spin, but when cracks appear, they spread fast. Ryan and Blake are learning that charm can't fix everything, especially when industry power players start turning away.
Do you think one day I could be a space tourist and I'm a woman and I can make that happen? I don't know. They're pointing out her in this Daily Mail article about Katy Perry's comment about being connected to love when she went into space.
You know, they start with this bombastic line that I've realized that I'm too big to fail at this point, so I just crush my enemies and drink their blood. I guess something Ryan Reynolds said, I'm assuming as a joke. Yeah, it has no, from a legal perspective, it has no legal relevance in this opposition. It's not in the pleadings, I don't believe. I don't think that it's here for any legal reason. It's here for public consumption and for the public PR battle, I think.
Ryan Reynolds, long celebrated for his quick wit and viral marketing, is noticing a shift in Hollywood's attitude. He can sell gin, phone plans, and even quirky superhero films with ease, but not everyone is buying his polished persona anymore. Let's look at some big names who've decided to slow down their professional and personal ties with him.
The reality is there is a deep-seated insecurity and level of manipulation behind him.
Once seen as a potential collaborator, Jake Gyllenhaal has reportedly stepped away from working with Ryan, citing personal differences. Known for valuing authenticity and depth, just look at Nightcrawler or Brokeback Mountain, Jake wasn't impressed by Ryan's calculated PR moves. Publicly, he's stressed the importance of sincerity and transparency in collaborators. Translation: he avoids partnerships where charm and marketing outweigh genuine connection.
Surely some CEOs get nervous about gossip. I can read something that says he should be drawn and quartered.
Emma Stone has long been one of Hollywood's most relatable stars, balancing blockbusters with indie credibility. So when she quietly backed out of an endorsement deal linked to Ryan's company, Maximum Effort, it caught attention. Her reason: a focus on protecting her authentic image. With controversy surrounding Ryan, Emma didn't want to risk being tied to his increasingly divisive branding.
Ryan Reynolds realizes he's too big to fail. He just crushes his enemies and drinks their blood.
It's not just A-listers, pulling back up and coming actors are speaking out too. Many younger talents openly criticize Ryan's media and branding tactics, calling them part of an outdated playbook that values spin over substance. This new generation prioritizes transparency and relatability over PR gimmicks, and Ryan's carefully polished image is starting to feel, well, a little too polished.
So this is how they do it, you guys. This is how they manipulate.
If Hollywood loves anything more than a comeback, it's a powerful behind-the-scenes move. The Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively saga shows how industry elites use connections to shape narratives and control outcomes. Let's pull back the curtain on this glittering yet murky playbook.
Article recently saying that Leighton and I were frenemies, and it's frenemies. Is that the term, frenemies? Yeah, we're friends, but we're also enemies. And it's they see our characters on the show, and they want that to be true in a sense. I think they want everybody's characters in real life to emulate that. And it's really strange because they always want to pit women against each other. You don't hear about like Penn and Chase hating each other and being jealous and competitive.
Hollywood isn't just about talent, it's about connections. Deals are made over cocktails at exclusive retreats and private gatherings. Picture luxury resorts where billionaires, stars, and media moguls trade favors that can shape or break careers. Need your name on a prestigious list? Want a magazine cover to deflect bad press? These gatherings are where the magic or manipulation happens.
Owns Time Magazine? Well, this guy Mark Benioff, who also owns Salesforce. That's who owns Time. Now,
Mark Benioff, billionaire owner of Time Magazine and Salesforce CEO, plays a key role here. Known for his reach in both media and tech, Benioff has reportedly influenced narratives that favor his elite circle.
yes, there's Mr. Mark Benioff, head of Time, Salesforce, with not Ari Emanuel, their agent, but Ari's brother, Rahm Emanuel, political, person and brother. Here they are together at an event, hanging out together.
Ryan's spot on Time's 100 most influential companies wasn't coincidence. His company, Maximum Effort, thrives on viral stunts like Deadpool, breaking the fourth wall, or ad scripts. Critics argue this relentless self-promotion hides insecurity. Blake's recognition also raised eyebrows. Its timing, overlapping with Justin Baldwin's legal troubles, sparked speculation the couple used accolades to drown out bad press. They shifted the narrative temporarily, but at the cost of credibility.
But she kind of did, right? She's like, how does all the negative attention affect your businesses? Because if you scroll through the comments of this video, Team Justin all the way.
Ryan and Blake may have once ruled Hollywood's PR game, but their latest moves feel less like strategy and more like desperation. The industry that once embraced them is now questioning their every step. In a world where reinvention is key, the couple is learning that charm and spin can only go so far. The tide has shifted, and their carefully built images are starting to crack under the weight of growing backlash.
What I will speak to separately is the feeling of being a woman who has a voice today.
Sorry, I keep interrupting, but I got a commentary, and I'm so sick of claim jokes or whatever, but to pull random quotes of Justin talking about his teenage years and his growth and maturity and to try to use against him to label him a predator, which none of the quotes did. I actually applaud them for, even though they're not supposed to do it, for making the point to be like, nice try, Reynolds, you have your own quote.
Their golden reputation is losing its shine. Insiders who once praised Ryan and Blake are now far less impressed. Whispers of mistrust are spreading, with one producer calling their PR tactics calculated to a fault, and another saying working with them feels more like a chess match than a partnership. On the business side, brands like Aviation, Gin, and Maximum Effort rely on Ryan's charm, but cracks in his image raise concerns. Companies want drama-free, untouchable faces. Blake's fashion deals and lifestyle endorsements face the same risk. Luxury brands thrive on exclusivity, not controversy.
I think the fact right now that people are kind of tired of entitlements, celebrities, and billionaires.
This scandal isn't just about Ryan and Blake, it's shaking faith in media itself. Time Magazine, once seen as a symbol of integrity, now faces doubts for playing the PR game. The big question, how many accolades are based on merit, and how many on backroom deals? Other stars who've built brands on curated narratives are watching nervously. If Ryan and Blake, once the masters of likability, can tumble, who's next? The ripple effect is sparking a bigger conversation about authenticity in an industry built on smoke and mirrors.
Film with an absolute idiot of a co-star, and this human being was being so insecure and angry because this person couldn't get the scenes out, and I think I was so vulnerable and
Hollywood, meet your reckoning. Blake and Ryan's fall isn't gossips, a warning. Audiences are done with PR fairy tales. YouTube and TikTok creators expose tactics and deliver unfiltered content. Studios and stars can't hide scandals. Social media magnifies every slip. Accountability is mandatory. Authenticity is the new currency. People want belief, not polish. For Ryan and Blake, the path back won't be easy. A tearful interview, a charity project, a calculated comeback playbook is familiar. This time, every move is under the microscope.
And claim jokes or whatever, but to pull random quotes of Justin talking about his teenage years and his growth and maturity and to try to use against him to label him a predator, which none of the quotes did. I actually applaud them for, even though they're not supposed to do it, for making the point to be like, nice try.
In a town built on reinvention, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively might bounce back, but their story reminds us, Hollywood shine doesn't last forever, especially when the spotlight exposes more than a curated image. Their alleged PR tactics show why authenticity matters. Audiences are tired of manipulative practices, and why we must question the narratives we're sold. Stay ahead of scandals and industry shifts. Hit like and subscribe for insights, updates, and unfiltered truths about Hollywood's biggest players.